Hey guys, welcome back to New World Carpentry Solutions, and in this video we're going to be covering the finished process of the kitchen and flooring install that you guys saw me start in the previous couple videos. I didn't get a chance to fully record the entire process. The job ended up being on a bit of a time crunch. Well, actually I don't think I've actually explained this. This project initially came about, they had a water leak that quest piping on all their plumbing downstairs, and I ended up flooding the entire downstairs. So all the original laminate flooring they had to come out. We ended up having to flood cut the drywall going all the way around, probably about a foot, maybe 2 feet up, remove all the wet drywall and insulation, paint, and all the other stuff. They were actually out of their kitchen and their initial downstairs area for probably about 8 months. They had went through several restoration companies and other contractors trying to get their space back, between needing the drywall and stuff cut out, the flooring put back in, the kitchen cabinets needed to get ordered, and all those things were pretty much slowing down the process, and the restoration company wasn't really doing the best at getting their clients their space back. So I was called in later on after a meeting with an interior designer. The interior designer kind of came up with the plan and the layout for everything. The client himself actually did all the initial cutout and drywall and drying off the initial area. Plumbers came in and did their thing, and everything was taken care of. So after all the leaks were subsided, I was here to get the flooring, the cabinets, and getting the space back to what it feels like a home. And after I did my initial finish of getting the floors and the cabinets in, I will say the homeowners did phenomenal. I love all their furniture and everything else out there in the living room. I think it complements the space really, really well. A few things that we did run across though, because this back room back here has paneling in it, when we actually had to do that flood cutting portion to make sure everything was dried out, we couldn't find the exact same paneling like this, but I do think the brown board that we put in there actually does accent and complement the floor pretty nicely. And even here where they have that beautiful flower mural, it was painted blue on the rest of the way down. There wasn't any more artwork on the lower section. So cutting that portion out and then putting back in that brown panel, I think it almost makes it look like it was meant to be there. I think it actually looks pretty decorative, and they're actually planning to leave it raw versus trying to paint over it and paint it blue. The flooring, the cabinet choices, all those fell down to the interior designer and the homeowner. But I think the execution of the install and their final choices actually made it come out really, really nice. If you guys have enjoyed, let me know down in the comments. Leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.